Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and here we are we're going to finish up the sampler today. So you guys saw the last one was these candy canes. The only other thing that I did was I put these presents right here. So I'm going to show this closer in a little bit, but what am I going to do with the background, you ask, right? We talked about this last time, and I was trying to figure out different things that I could do. I actually have some, I forgot to grab it. I actually bought some tissue paper that I thought maybe put in the background. But what I think I'm going to do is I have napkins right here, and I'm going to do this. So if you can see this, I know it's not zoomed in right now, but basically taking a ripped up napkin and creating a background which kind of looks like fallen snow. And I want to do that in the background. That was my little sample piece. Now, when I'm done with this, I could like Mod Podge over it to make sure everything sticks down and stuff, because this does stick to the adhesive just fine. But I like it kind of like fluffy, and if I put Mod Podge on it, Mod Podge, I think that, you know, it's going to lay flat and it's not going to look the same. So I think I'm just going to have it fluffy. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So I'm going to take the plastic off, and I'm going to set that aside for now. And we can zoom in a little bit just so that we can go over the motifs. So we have a reindeer here. We have Happy Holidays in the middle there I did that with metallic drills. We have a stocking here, which I took a single thread of DMC thread, and I lined everything as you would a backstitch in cross stitch. We have a 2-panel motif of a border of poinsettias. We have a Christmas tree. We have the candy canes with the ribbon around it, and I did take green thread around the ribbon and red thread around the candy canes in order to highlight those, kind of like the back stitch. I will say that I did mess up on the candy canes, but I'm not going to point out where, because if you don't know the pattern, then it's not as easy to see. And so I'm not going to point it out. But all I did was take the thread and stick it to the adhesive. And in the spots where it overlaps the drills, I just put some art glitter glue down to stick it. And the art glitter glue dries clear. However, I had a big glob right there, so that one looks kind of funny, but you don't see it anywhere else on that. Then we have the presents there that finished it up. And we have the ornament there that I did line with the black thread. So, sorry, those are kind of pushed a little too far from the other ones. So, that's what we have for our sampler. So, we've got the, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 motifs to create our sampler. Now I just have just regular tissue or napkins, single ply like you would decoupage. Let me zoom out just a tad bit. Single ply, just like you would if you were going to decoupage. And all I'm doing is I'm just ripping pieces off. And I think what I'll do is I might do the little pieces that we need in between, like the inside of this A here. I think we're going to do that first. And I don't mind if it overlaps some of the drills, because like I said, the whole point of this is kind of like fallen snow. I might need my tweezers for some of this. Kind of like fallen snow. So I want to be able to have it, you know, if it overlaps some of the drills, I'm okay with that. I just don't want it to cover all of the drills, you know what I mean? But if it overlaps some of it, that's completely fine with me. So, just going to do the inside of that. Inside of the O here. I just need a little piece on this up here. And because, you know, this is a sticky canvas, it sticks down pretty well. If it's too big, before, you know, you could just rip some of it off. Reposition it, like so. And I might go back with some glue or something if it's sticking up too much, or if the piece is too big or something like that. I might go back. Some of this you can just pull right back up. So like that is covering up way too much of the S. So what I might do is kind of bunch it up a little bit around it, so it's not completely covering that S. This piece here is just a little too thick, so I want to rip some of that off, kind of shove it in between like that. And that just means that I need a smaller piece right in here. If I can get I just really need a small piece like this to fit in there. And some more in this Y here. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. It's like Wednesday, so I am recording this to go up pretty much right after I'm done recording it. So this is Wednesday, the Wednesday before Christmas. My husband and I are working Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, actually. We're working both days, so we are going to kind of do our Christmas on Saturday. We have family coming over on the 29th, but you know, we'll be we will be working on the actual day. So too much right there, too much, Daisy. And you know, this is not, you kind of have to fiddle with it in order to get these in all the creases, you know, which is fine. But the cool thing is like you can just drop it anywhere, really. It's covering up a lot of that A. And if I use Mod Podge, it will, you know, I can it'll wet this tissue paper or this napkin up, so you won't, you know, I'll be able to push it off of the drills more if I do it that way. But right now my goal is to get everything inside these here. But I just thought it would look cool if it looked like snow, you know. I need a really tiny piece in between that I, or that exclamation, I should say, right there. Kind of a tiny piece there too. Just gotta, like I did with the string, just kind of manipulate it around the drills. And you can see I'm not laying it flat. I am just trying to kind of bunch it up, make it look a little bit like snow. And you want to kind of layer it on top of each other. So as I come out this way, I don't want like a lot of straight edges, but I definitely want it to look like something fell down on it. So as I do this, but I just want to make sure that we can see the drills. And I'm bunching it up as well as I go along, so it's not laying completely flat or anything. Oops. I'm not talking a lot again on this one. So maybe what I'll do, so that I'm not completely boring you guys by not talking, is maybe what I'll do is I will pause this for you guys, finish it up, and then come back with the finish of it. That might be a little bit better. But you guys get the gist of what I'm doing, right? You guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking tissue or napkin and I'm putting it down. Kind of makes it look like, you know, this is laying down and snow fell on it. I think it looks kind of cool. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, I'm going to finish it up, and then I will come back and show you the finish. I might also cut out some of these and put them around, but you know, you'll see that at the end, okay? So give me, you know, a second for you guys, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and I finished putting on all of the tissue, and honestly, I was thinking about, you know, cutting out some of these, and if I do, I might do it on these borders, but in reality, I think it turned out really cool. I mean, it's definitely, you know, different, and but I'm really proud of it. I think it looks really cool when you look at it. Sorry, when you look at it straight ahead, it looks very fuzzy, you know, snowy like. It also feels a little like shaggy rug like, you know, but I think it looks really cool. Definitely different from what I'm used to doing, definitely different from what I've seen other people do. So I'm definitely, I'm saying that word a lot, but I'm really excited about this. I think it turned out great, and I'm really happy that I did it. So yeah, so to recap, all I did was I did the samplers. So I did each, I had a portion of a poured glue blank canvas from Diamond Dots, and I took these patterns out of a big cross stitch book that I have from Better Homes and Gardens from I think 1999, and it just has little motifs in it for you to spruce up, you know, tablecloths or whatever it may be. And so I took those designs, I put them on here randomly, and then after that, some of these, like this one, and this one, I actually lined with thread like you would on a back stitch. If you can see, let me zoom in for a minute. If you can see again on the stocking, as well as some on, it's kind of hard to see now on this, but on the candy canes, and also on the ornament. I used a single piece of DMC thread to basically trace around it, and all I did with that was lay it down and kind of use my tweezers to kind of stick it in the poured glue, and across where the drills are I just used some art glitter glue to keep it down. It dries clear, so no big deal. And then for the finish, on the background so that we weren't looking at that grid pattern, I just took regular napkins like a decoupage, ripped it up and put it in there, tucked it inside all the little words and little, you know, holes. I like the way the tree came out, and basically just tucked it all through there and made it look all fuzzy. And I really, really like it. I hope you guys like it too. And thank you so much for coming with me on this little journey of this diamond painting sampler. I hope you had fun and maybe joined in. Let me know down in the comments. So thank you very much for stopping by. Hit that like button, leave a comment. If you are a subscriber, thank you so very, very much for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It helps out me, helps grow the channel, and allows me more freedom to do things like this. Alright guys, thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!